welcome back. Today we are going to see about one of the most interesting and I would call it as very famous concepts in the Indian stock markets. Not only Indian stock markets, the markets all around the globe, which is a future called margin trading, especially for retail investors who predominantly takes position based on technical analysis or indicators or whichever it is. So this feature is a very common feature even nowadays. So let's quickly look into the pros and cons of margin trading. Not only stick to the Indian markets but as a generalized terms of world markets. So what are the riskiness and how do investors lose wealth in a very shorter span of time, maybe in hours or minutes. They lose a significant amount of capital by indulging in this sort of activities. At the same time, I wouldn't say this is not a successful one. Maybe for few traders they are successful because they are professionals or something, but at the same time, how do they manage the risk? That is also one of the important thing to consider. So before going into the numbers, let's have a quick example. Say if you have your own money of $20,000. So what we can do is we can buy, if you have a brokerage account, we can buy shares or uh, gold or whichever it is. We can buy worth for $20,000. Since we have a cash of $20,000, we can buy shares or goods worth for $20,000. But in this case of margin trading, so if you have a cash of $20,000, what the broker will do is, since you have $20,000, I'll give you an offer, a loan of $10,000. I'll give you, it's predominantly like, I'll give you more money. You can take more positions. Instead of buying 2 chocolates, you buy 3 chocolates. So instead of buying 100 shares, you buy 200 shares. So that is one of the main reason the brokerages offer money to the investors. So what is the advantage of the broker? Why they should offer a loan or incentive to you? Why they lend money to you to indulge in these activities? The reason is the brokerages predominantly makes money in two activities. One is through buying and selling activities, which everyone knows. When we buy a security or sell a securities, the brokerages charges a commission. In that way they run the business. And the second thing is, this one is the margin lending. So what they do is they lend their money for a shorter period of time, maybe for an hour, maybe for a minute, or maybe for a day period of time, maybe for a weaker period of weeks time. So by giving loan to them, going loan to the retail investors, the interest which they charge, it's a very lucrative interest when compared to other banks interest or whether other instruments interest. It's around 36 to 40%, which we couldn't imagine. It's depend upon the brokers and based on the markets. So that's the reason behind the brokerage giving money to you or lending money to you to involve in margin lending. But as an investors, what is the advantage and disadvantage? Let's quickly look into this. So one of the most interesting thing is in case of margin trading, say for example in case of a traditional investing, if you have $100 and you have invested, you will be investing $100, and what you will lose is your $100. You will not lose more than that. In case of margin trading, if you have $100, you can lose more than $100. That is one thing which you need to keep in mind before getting into this kind of indulging in this kind of trading activities. So now let's quickly look into this example. So the first I will explain the without margin case, and second we will go to the with margin case. So in without margin case, let's take an example like the cash available to you is on $10,000 and you are not taking any loan. I mean to say you are not borrowing anything. So with that you are buying a stock. You are buying a stock XYZ for $100, and you're buying 100 shares of each, 100 shares for $100, and the total outlay is, I mean to say the total investment is $10,000. And at the end of the day the share price fall to $50. So what you lose is you lose 50% of your investment. So that is around $5,000. So you lose 50%. So in case with margin, so the cash available to you is $10,000. Your broker say, hey, let's offer you a loan of $10,000. So you have $20,000 in your account now. So you're buying twice the shares. In the first case, you bought 100 shares. Now you're buying 200 shares. Now the total outlay is $20,000. When the share price falls to $50, you lose the entire $10,000. The reason is, in the first case, the 50% fall was just an 50% loss for you. In the second case, your investment is only a 50% fall eroded the full capital. The reason is, the $10,000 which you borrowed is not yours. That is a borrowed amount, right? So that's the reason. That's the reason behind the full erodement of capital. So now, looking into this cases, we might get an idea what exactly is happening. But in most of the markets, in Indian markets, this margin lending activity is very short lived. So if you are involved in margin trading, you need to close the trades by end of the day. That is one thing. But in case of other markets, they offer you loan for a week's time. But even in Indian markets, if you have some amount of liquidity, maybe in the cash segment for equities, you get some amount of time unless and until the stocks get into the settlement thing. So one of the important points to note, so I'm not saying it's very risky or you will lose the entire amount all the time, but there are ways to mitigate the risk. But how well as a human being can mitigate the risk all the time? So if you're trading for 10 times, how well you can mitigate the risk for each of the 10 times without getting the psychological into place? That is a big challenge. So the important points to note is, definitely it's a high risk strategy, no doubt on that. But at the same time, there is a probability of making higher profits too, because if instead of the stock falling down to 50, if it moves to 200, you would have tripled your capital, right? So there is an opportunities too. But keeping that side apart, but how well you are going to identify those opportunities, that is one thing. How we are going to mitigate the risk in case of if it goes against you, those are all the challenges which one needs to take into consideration before getting into this kind of trades. So and the third thing is risk capital. So this is one of the most important thing, because of your $10,000 investment, you should know what is the amount which you're going to lose. So say for example, the loss is something which you can set predeterminedly, which you know, but profit is something which you don't know. So risk is yours. So you can say, I will not lose more than $2 in this trade. Then you should keep aside those $2 separately. And how we are going to tell the market, so you're going to communicate the market in the terms of stop loss. You should keep stop loss to your positions, so that way if it is a normal market, so you will not lose more than $2, because once the stock price reaches 98, I mean to say when it falls to 98, the system automatically sells the security, so that way your loss is getting mitigated. But at the extreme situations, in case of market crashes, this stop losses won't trigger. Almost 99% of the time this stop losses will trigger, but around 2 to 3% of the time stop loss activities won't trigger. For example, 2007-8 crash and recent 2020 crash too, there the stop losses won't trigger, because the reason is, the stock which is trading at 100, it will not fall by tick. Say for example 100, 98, 99. The stock which is trading at 100, when there is a huge crash, then from 100 to 80, it will jump from one point to other point. So that's the reason stop will not be executed at those times. So I hope it is helpful. Do your own analysis before getting into this kind of activities, because brokerages are always beneficiary, even if you lose money or gain money, because they are generating profits with the investors or traders who indulge mainly in the technical analysis based on buy and sell patterns. That is one thing which you need to take into consideration. Have a quick study. Thanks for watching. Happy trading or happy investing. Thank you. Bye.